as the most important running shoe series of 361 degrees, from the first generation in 2021 to the fourth generation. This shoe designed with exposed carbon plate all around. It feels like armed to the teeth. The iconic Yes window is also large. Are these all bells and whistles? Or does it actually benefit to the runners? Today, let's talk about the 361 degrees Flame 4. I created this channel to review running products from Chinese brands and improve my English speaking. Before I get my thoughts on 361 degrees Flame 4, I do want to go over some disclosures. No one's gonna pay me to make this video, and this is a pair of shoes that I bought with my own money. Making money is not easy. I will say what I have to say. So let's get into it from the specs. We got 30mm of stack height in the forefoot and 36mm in the heel. It's 3mm thicker compared to the previous generation. The drop is 6mm. You will have a strong negative drop feeling when you put it on. You feel like your body falling backwards when you stand still. I would like to explain the reason for this feeling. Suppose this spoon is a carbon plate. When the rear of the plate sits in the upper of midsole foam, or closer to the heel, the weight of your body will compress the foam under the carbon plate a lot. If at this point the plate is very stiff, very rigid, it becomes like a seesaw. The foam at the heel was pressed down, and the forefoot lifted up, so you feel your body falling backwards. 361 degrees even labeled the rigidity strength of the carbon plate, but I'm not an expert on this. All I know is really hard to bend. My size 45 weighs 237 grams. In terms of fits, I usually wear size 45 for Chinese brand running shoes, and size 46 for Hoka, Asics, and New Balance. And this pair of shoes has almost no padding in the heel, makes it half a size larger than regular. Unfortunately, 361 doesn't have a half size option. 45 is a little too long for me. After the basics, let's take a look at the details. The upper is very breathable, and you can see they have designed different density zones. I think the purpose of this is both to keep it cool and strong. There are faint leopard design on both sides, which is same as the pattern on the insole. I love this not overdone design. The tongue is a single layer soft mesh without any padding. When initially unboxing, I thought it was a gusseted tongue, because I saw something like gussets from the outside. Actually, they were not attached to the side of the tongue, but I think it works almost the same way as gusseted tongue. When I laced up, I can feel it wrapping around my feet. It's not the first time we saw the offset lacing, so when I look down at it, always got some Nike Vaporfly vibes. The heel collar is almost no padding in it, but this time they've done a great job. This pillow-like design works. Although the shoe is half size larger for me, but because of this little pillow, it stuck nicely to my Achilles, and without any heel lifting when I'm running. The collar is made of some kind of artificial material similar to suede. It's soft and comfort. There is a little bit of structure in heel, and the Flame 4 logo provided some reinforcement. In the midsole, it's still a supercritical beaded foam, however, which is completely different from the foam mix, which I'd like to talk later. When we look at the side of the shoe, there are exposed carbon fiber here and here, and on the other side, also got exposed plate hidden in the black trim line. I want to focus on the carbon plate on both sides under the arch. From this angle, we can see that the transition from the forefoot to the midfoot of this shoe is exaggerated, rapidly narrowing from the wide forefoot to the midfoot. The flip-up design makes the carbon plate be a part of the side walls, which we have seen in Hoka Cielo already. But there is a lot more flips here, also because it has a stiff carbon plate. The benefit of this plate and foam combination is that it holds your feet in place in order to improve stability. Let's imagine if it was replaced by a less rigid plastic plate, the flip-up design will be useless. In the same way, they were able to hollow out such a large area at the heel to reduce the weight of the midsole. Also because there is a stiff carbon plate to support. Speaking of reduce the weight of the shoe, they've cut off some foam and also in forefoot where it doesn't touch the ground at all. That's another detail. With that out of the way, let's talk about the pros and cons of actual running in it. After the first run, I didn't feel much from it. Until the second time I took it out, the temperature of my city rose that day about 5 or 6 Celsius, and the feeling under my feet was different. The forefoot has a significant snappy feeling. You can feel your forefoot being popped up by the decompression from the foam, so I'm thinking the midsole foam or Flim 4 might be a little sensitive to the temperature. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned the yes window. If there is one thing that's unique, it must be here. It offers a combination sensations. One is from the deformation of the midsole foam when running, and the other from the cutouts under the carbon plate makes the deformation of the carbon plate itself. For a midfoot runner like me, this is really nice. It amplifies the soft and squish. It amplifies the push-off from the foam and the plate. I also try to slow down and land on my heels. The transition still smooth. The outsole grip is no different than my other shoes on dry surface. Until now, to be honest, there is not much downside to say about it so far. I will make another video of these shoes when I hit 200 km. If I had to point out a downside, it would be the squeaking. Yes, this is the shoe that squeaked. People always turn their heads and notice me from a distance. Let's wrap up the video. Flim 4 has so many design details, and they all provide positive to performance and benefit to runners. I'm very glad that the design are not bells and whistles, although some of them are not original. The whole midsole combines foam and plate very well, even without discussing the difference between carbon plate and mixed plate. Seems supercritical beaded foam, but the performance of Flim 4 and 4 Mix are completely different. 4 Mix, it rebounds slowly, just like your shock absorber on your car or bike, like you turn the damping to a higher level. If I have to give some buying guide between these two shoes, I think Flim 4 is good enough to be a race day shoe for most runners, or a super trainer. If you are looking for a pair of the spring marathon season, I really felt like it was totally worth with the purchase. And if you are looking for a daily trainer, or if you are looking for a shoe that can be used for both running and commuting, the 4 Mix is for you. The negative drop feeling of Flim 4 will make you feel awkward when walking. Okay, then my thoughts with 361 degrees Flim 4 after 70 kilometers. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this shoe, or if you have any good tips on how to improve English speaking. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. I'll bring you more about Chinese running products. Please follow me. It's Chinese New Year right now. We Chinese people don't say wish you a healthy and happy to our friends on this holiday. because we do prefer to hear. I hope you get rich.